Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services and your friends in business.
From the West African nation of Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia Public Radio and Television present Business Diary. This program focuses on the activities of business institutions and individuals in society.
I'm Jeremiah Sao Senior, CEO of All Nation Bank. It has been very good to have this business established here. We are 1 year since we opened here in Anono. There have been few challenges here that have faced in this country, and that is all about the language. But yet instead, I refuse to be deterred. I refuse to be discouraged. I open a business and things have been fine.
My name is Mercy Wangaringanga. I am a finance officer working for an international organization. I have a master's degree in business administration. So today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the COVID pandemic and how it has affected the business sector in terms of me working in an organization, an international organization.
Don't miss out. Be my guest. It's coming.
Hello listeners, this is Mazola, the lover boy. I'd like to invite you to this exciting program. It is called Dancing for Jesus. It is intended to play beautiful inspirational music to help you turn your life to God. Join me on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our way of showing appreciation to God for the good things He has done for us and continue to do. Don't miss this opportunity. Join Mazola Gizi on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the program Dancing for Jesus. Please be there because I will be here to rock it up for you.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Okay, good evening, good evening. So I want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I hope I am audible here to want to welcome you. Thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Morgan, religiously from Morrisville. You won't believe one time I think I was coming from Philly, some kind of way I exited, man. It threw me inside Morrisville there, and I was just spinning like chicken with our hair. You know, GPS, sometimes you speak the English, you don't understand, it throw you elsewhere, and then you learn the hard way. We say good evening, we say welcome, happy Friday. Thank God, TGIF. Today is Friday. Hopefully you are doing well. If this is the first time, we say you are whole, what heartily welcome. Tina, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location where you're watching. You are welcome on LPR. Here come Mr. Momolo. That's the good I love about our guys here. They are so committed. And so I don't care how time catch up with us. You know this country here too, man. You know when you miss your exit, what happens, right? Yeah, you will pay the price, you will end up going, you're gonna make your gas, burn your gas, and you will have to replace it. But what is important for us to be here? Aliu, Mr. Kruma is in the house. Good evening to Victor. It's good to have you. To John. Uh, Yvonne Zesse, good morning, good afternoon. I'm not sure where you are. If you wish, you can just share our location. We will be glad. We always like to give recognition to our people for their time, and of course, our own LPR national correspondent based in Zulu Whiskey. Zulu Whiskey is Zwedru. That's Granger County. Yeah, you know, today the old man, you know, the old man's little sadness keep into place, but those are things that accompanied life. You know, time so far spent. That was like 4 years ago. I remembered that morning, my senior brother, who just arrived 2 days ago from Liberia. I'm glad he's here. About 4 years ago, early morning, getting out of work, when I received a phone call of the passing of my mom. Just felt that the whole world was crushing on me. Yeah, making preparation to go when I looked, COVID came in. Feeling getting ticket. How the hell am I gonna get out of here? It was crazy. But it is what it is. We thank God for everything. But we are grateful to all the good time that she shared with us. I don't know what took me away. This country sometimes it burns people out. You can just forget about your own thing. And my older sister called to me and said, "Oh, today is the 10th of October. Do you know that today was the day that Omar?" I like, "What?" And I hear I doing other things, running up and down. So I didn't even do a post. But she did. You know, it is why it is. You know, that was one of the defining moments. I say, yeah, this thing, death is actually too real. Got another day or two would pass that we couldn't talk. I love the phone business. She loved the phone business, and at certain time she suggested, she said, I want the phone, the one that you can slide your finger. So that was more or less the touch screen. I don't want the one where the do finger in it. I Chinese tab now, you know, because wanted us to be on videos and all of that. She was a caring mother, you know, mama, old man now. Oh, I mean, real old man. I call it age that you won't even believe. Baby. So, but we thank God for everything. Still going out there. So, and I know I wish she was alive because that was one of her dream. Oh, I want my son to go to that land. And he came after years. You know, when there's a fullness of time, you know, nothing can stop it. No matter what, you can be in the pit, it will come to pass. And he landed. So I said, okay, yeah, you are. You find yourself to the last bus stop in the world. But I'm grateful, I'm happy. Excited to see her. I'm going to be, to see him. I'll be visiting. He's in Philly. So that's good. So I hope tonight, this is the fifth or fourth Yeah, my mom passing. So I hope you guys, nobody will do anything from the liberal and his people. I intend not to scream, not to talk tonight that much, but with the liberal, the Cotto, the Reverend, nothing is guaranteed. But we have those conversations, and nothing is. Interestingly, and I know you, most of you too are freak of what's going on in the social media. Just how we said we have this conversation, they are political comedian as well, they said. But let me bring in the princess of LPR. You know, I gotta be very grateful to this lady. Venetia is in the Venetia was my good friend, but he just jumped beyond the Koto and liberal then. So I don't honestly, I don't know why when I try to be nice, it doesn't work in my favor. These guys really as abandonment, they were liberal, they were carry, and all of that. But let's see how long John will stay in the army. Oh my God, what's this Friday, man? Where you heading to? Oh my God, they love my woman here.
On Facebook.
You see, your own, you're blessed. I think I have to change you. A little, when you're not with the ruling establishment in Africa, there's just a little hell on earth. See how looking. You, the liberal, Moses, all of y'all just,
I listen to you.
all of y'all just, what you need to probably say what you more. What you more call. Liberia is an interesting country, my goodness. What you more call. Okay, Kato, good evening, good evening. Happy Friday, TGIF. How you doing this evening? Zeset, Kabe, good to have you here. Bangalit, Lasanant, good evening. Librarian, I don't know where his position. And these guys, they kind of love, sometimes they can fool me, sometimes they were liberal, sometimes they, it comes to the liberal, I don't know. Librarian, can you tell me to which side you on? You want be dog, be dog. You want be cat? Don't be dog here because you're confusing me around here. If I would be the lone wolf to fight my own battle, to cry my own cry, I am willing to do that and I am prepared. So please tell me tonight where you stand. I need to know. Venetia on, he gone. I believe my man Victor is, I think Victor on my side. I don't know. I think Victor on my side. Maybe there are things I need to do. Okay, Carter, good evening. Happy Friday. What's up?
Thank God it's Friday.
What are you doing? Great. Taking it nice and easy.
Taking it cool, drinking my little juice.
You drinking drink? Oh, you see, hey, I told you, other than not getting the juice, the liberal has managed to contaminate all of them with the juice now. Oh, how can I get a cup? How can I get a juice cup?
You see what you here?
So, only boycott people.
Butterfly, little butterfly.
Hello, Papi Brother.
From my sea heart, from my everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. All right. Okay. Good evening. Thank you for being here this evening. You know, this is a work by itself too, though. It's a work by itself. I hope time will come that you will not ask for pay. That would just be volunteering. But anyway, you're getting paid already. So I hope Fatu, I send the link out, Fatu. I hope you got a link. I gotta add you into the group chat. Eh?
what am I getting paid? Later, I need to ask LPR to pay me. That's what you asking for, right?
Yeah. You're the rescue people. Your life moving on well with y'all. Eh? All our men that we used to do, they don't even say hi to me again.
It think government pay that small thing to go sit there and be working for that
You know this thing here.
And
This
then
I don't know whether you can get a call, but you see, all the people out here, people, you know, when they're not there, and that's why the people they must say can be like this. Well, like, bro, Liberian as a whole, when they're drowning here, oh man, you're best of all friends. The Bible, can the scripture, then they know all of the scripture. By the time they take one step, they can't even remember again. One lie to the Joy Lobo. No, wait,
Jolly, to be frank, Jolly went I clashed the other day. Anyway.
no,
But
your
we
class.
cool, you know. Right? We some
On the same, yes, on the same.
when ugly
Right,
was
boy, yeah, every evening, Mrs. Hope, Mrs. Hope, Mrs. Hope. This time, everybody gone. I hear fighting cry my own cry. We'll see. I coming from my own party. Eh?
I
I
coming
come,
from a little party. So we be waiting to join.
but party that I myself looking for somebody to join my own. At least you come from Lofa that revote era. Terry, he from Maryland. The people, I don't even know how Maryland said not even get no number there. So brinking, maybe I'll bring him as a spiritual guy, but he's more political than being spiritual. Oh, the guy here. I didn't even know he was here. Hey, Mr. Collins, you heard what Koto was saying?
I hear you.
Koto said you are more political than being spiritual.
Mm. Well,
So,
no, Scotty will not say that.
It
eh?
may
So
yeah.
I know she will not say that. You know.
So who said it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it came from the examiner wing, maybe the left wing.
Ooh,
Oh,
I love you.
oh, the last. Yeah. Creole man say I done. Okay, dear guys, gentlemen, good evening. Paulinant will say welcome. I will respond to your message in a timely fashion. Talu City, good morning, good afternoon. Silly, welcome here. All right, today is Friday. Friday. You know, there's something in my mind, and you guys can jump with your tabata. Man, Terry, you and your guy, you more than liberal now. This is unbelievable. I've been getting a lot of inbox.
What happened, Mr.
Yeah,
So?
people say Terry has changed.
For real?
Yeah. See,
Positively
Terry
or
used to,
negatively?
what?
Positively or negatively? Because change is relative.
Bad.
Mhm.
Oh, negatively,
Oh
bad,
God.
horribly,
Wow.
horrible, everything. They say
But
you are more or
tell
less.
them to give some recommendation or what the kind of theory they
You
want
will
to
not
see.
they say you are more political than being spiritual, so you will not take no recommendations. Giving you recommendation is like wasting water on top because it won't happen. And you align yourself with liberal,
No, I'm not political.
this guy who doesn't have a good stand on anything, who
The only thing
abandoned
we
his
were confused
party.
whether if you are joining the ANC now because you the other day you were too excited. That was unusual of you when you were talking about Mr. Cummings. So we were kind of skeptical as to whether if they're trying to take you.
You're with Boyka who's skeptical. So wow, I want jump. Oh, your thing, I want eat. Your thing,
Who?
you know.
I call my sister Esther.
Huh? What is it?
You
Hey,
what?
Esther, good evening. But that's true. Yeah, talking to so Terry is more political. I mean, that's a fact.
No, I'm not. I'm not, Mr. So. Let's
It's a
be
Those
honest.
spiritual touching words that used to come out of you right now, man.
I do
You
still
like
have.
you more than like Israeli. You punch me, I throw bomb at you. So a little you and your liver.
We got only one Israeli on the show, and are you only
love.
one? We got only one Israeli here, and that is you.
Okay, but okay, let's get to the conversation. Esther, good to have you. Sister Rita, good evening. Good to have you. Adaman Bendu Sharif. Una kushe una salon woman or who say the come on. I missed that country too. Something is in my mind. And a couple of things that has to do with I kind of like I think we brushed around it before, even though it has not happened, but I don't know how that can be eradicated. The idea of because it affects people things that you want to do. The idea when leaders, especially president, government official, for the political party where they put it on the not get work to do. But the idea of president coming, the entire functionaries of government literally come to a shutdown. And not just only that, another bad concept, I'm quite sure you people, or many people have experienced it. The idea when they hear of being a ministry or agency, I don't know where this came from lately. When you they hear in that place, when you out of that place, nobody sounds anything. Everything comes to a horse. Oh, the chief not here. So suppose the play chief go, the chief not chief is not coming back, or something happened. I don't know any of you guys has experienced it. Literally every office, once the big person, the head of that place is not there, I think people have responsibilities. They have deputies, they have assistants. So I'm not sure whether these people they are allowing them to do their job. And part of that, these boys they are mean because we experience something, but I'm not going to say it. We experience something we're doing, and we end up, sometimes you just got to play with their system before you can get stuff done. They have something that sit on it deliberately, and they will request, they will tell you what they want. Some other guy were in the thing. I said, my man, too much of psychedelic thing in library, it can't hold. Sometimes you got to force that door open because the door's supposed to be open. So if they lock it on purpose, just get your hammer and just slam that handle, let everything fall down, and you enter any other thing now, then you can discuss it. So they do it in a way it makes even the bosses to look ugly. They don't know. And two, I don't know whether that part of being respectful to bring you guy or just this yes sir, yes sir. Everything their bosses says, that's it. Yes. Even when you're supposed to say no, they don't even bring in their opinion to see whether the boss will change. I don't know whether you have experienced that, but it's really, really bad. And I know there are a lot of people where people sits on document when they want gone, how they found time or whatever time they want to come to work, or the boss man not here. So they would never sign that document. Week two will pass, nothing will happen. Even when they're out of country, they want that document to sit. They are two because they are in a lot of crooked stuff. They don't want their honor people to know, and they are so mean, they should be the only one to eat. But you can jump on your own tabata and we can talk on some of the news. What oh man, how the Papa doing?
Oh my God.
He bagging la bro?
According to Roosevelt, is it born to come with empty hand? Roosevelt. Roosevelt, come on.
Why y'all can why when people try to speak their yeah and taxpayer money can
Yeah.
be waste.
Go, you go to yeah, money account with empty hand. Like,
Yeah, but
I sometimes these people they
Well,
need
I
a
get, I get a I get a political comedy entertainment this Friday evening, but I get to your point, then we can see how it looks like. So everybody now talking politics, everybody now advancing, everybody now speaking. That is quite fascinating, the way Liberia is going now. So I mean, it's good for the country too, or whether we agree or not. People are speaking in any kind of way. Some put it in a sort of comedic context, but in reality, too, they're speaking out things, which is also good. Go ahead, Koto.
well, thank you, Mr. So. It's nice to be here today, this Friday, and especially discussing the issues of Liberia. I'm glad to be part of this thing to make better and to make Liberia better. Uh, that's what politics is, Mr. So, and it is very good for me. It is good for people to speak out than to start being violent than what I see some people doing. I People have the right to express how they feel, and that's what politics is. Not everybody can agree with you. Sometimes they have some people in politics. They have this eye problem. What is called neglect. It's an eyesight problem you have. Your eye can neglect certain part to see. Even if you're sitting here, the cup is on your right, the eyes will not see it. It will only see on the left side. And that's an impediment of the eye. And there are some individuals that are just like that. They try to be in a stagnance, and their mind have told them something. They're living within what their mind have told them, regardless of what the reality is saying. Because their mind have told them, say, like for example, some people say they focus, I will not succeed, or I hate this person. Because they hate that person, whether the person is doing good, whatever the person is doing, even if it is their own benefit that person is working towards, they will hate that person because of it. And I know in politics, you will see some people are just like that. And today, I was glad to see some of the development and to hear about it that is going on in our rural era that people are not speaking about. And we sit here all the day, we say nothing is being done. But if these people don't come out to speak these things, and that's why today I said to this person, if people are not coming out to make orderly declaration or to make this information available, people will be there saying, no, this is not done, this is not done. And I was glad today to hear about the development in the rural area, especially with solarization, how most of the rural clinics have been solarized. And we see majority of our rural area benefiting from that. And they are extending to the various schools in the rural area. And even are making effort to, even solarize government institutions and public institutions. This is something that we men take to be not beneficiary, to individual because they want to see the physical cash. Before people were used to people giving their hand out. This morning I was being used for already projects. People were taking it and pocketing it. So if I pocket a money and came and give you $5, you take that $5 to be a very big amount, and not knowing a project that will make an impact of 20 to 25 years of your life.
Hold on there. Let me hold you there.
Mhm.
Esther is asking the questions. She just took it out of my throat. So I will send it to this political pastor. Let's see what the scripture says. Esther is asking, who do you expect to be your drum?
That's what that's why I'm here to beat the drum.
Mm,
I'm here
okay.
to get our people on this thing.
Okay. So, yeah, but there are people who are responsible. And this is why sometimes when we talk, and it's been out of context because the people that are in charge, who are, uh, that were called in by the president to help, the Ministry of Information, especially the Liberian Broadcasting Corporation, all of that, they have completely deviated from their role. The people that go sit on, I don't know, waiting loaded or whatever, and think they're
And I
gonna.
would, I would disagree with you also on that.
Yeah, okay. Let me speak my own now. I know you disagree with me, but okay.
Mhm.
Terry, who's supposed to be that room? I mean, why are you talking? I'm not saying you're lying. You have no cause. And people who would say that is not a good thing, then of course they have their own side. But the point here is those that are in charge of information dissemination, if they will always get themselves to be distracted instead of focusing, promoting government's agenda, things that government doing, how to, message, phantom government message. If they're not doing that, and they place themselves in the opposition column to be, to get distracted, then that's a serious problem. But Terry, who's supposed to tell their story? You can better tell your own story. If you don't tell your story, nobody gonna tell your story for you.
Yeah, I think we have the information ministry that does that a lot. They do disseminate the information, but the only problem we have is that the propaganda seems to be dominating the information that they're supposed to be disseminating, because in Liberia, bad news is what takes over the media. It's not that the people not relating the information, the people doing it. They
So you
from
see,
all
this is why you
sectors.
and second have issue. I say I don't want to have a really you here tonight.
Yeah, but anyway, Mr. So we're sorry for the loss of your mother again. The reminder of today.
No, that's okay.
No,
But
no,
you
no. That
want to
is
start
very
about you
important
want to
for us
start
to
about
say.
that. You talking about
Yeah.
propaganda, they're doing it, but the only thing. So then what? But then I didn't. If it is not done right, it's just not done right. They need to have other people who will do their dirty work, and all they need to do to be concentrated.
I do
Just
agree with you.
focus on that, but they don't want to do it,
I do it on this
and
one.
that's
Let me
what
be
everyone
honest.
doing.
I
That's
do
what
agree
they did.
because like what you're saying, right? They're supposed to focus on propagating the message. Even the LBS, when the LBS boss leave his job to go sit down in one little corner and start, he way in China, he go
I gotta,
squeeze
I
himself.
gotta, I gotta pick out the call. Go ahead. Let
Yeah,
me
he
see.
squeezed himself in one little corner just to respond to the ongoing incidents in the country. It's unnecessary. You muted, sis Scotto. You talking to me? You muted. So yeah, so just to start to respond to all the tabata then, it makes it difficult for the government to really disseminate her information properly. Because I think the government have a obligation to just position herself, like all these bloggers, the bloggers, they got a lot of bloggers online right now that are helping the government to propagate her message. All you need to do is to feed them, feed these bloggers. They will deal with the dirty work for you, the propaganda. Focus on propagating the government message on the successes. You know, like one of the things I like about Kula Fofana, she don't get involved into politics and into she get involved in the politics, but she do it diplomatic way. She don't involve herself into this too much propaganda stuff. She come on Friday, she disseminate the
Okay,
information, you ask her questions.
Terry.
Yeah,
I hate to do this here, but let me pick up this phone call. A prominent Liberian lady. She will introduce herself because they say you're talking too much at Tabata.
you see that the
You're not,
thing.
you're not reading the scripture again. So let me just let me go to the phone line here. That's the first call here this evening, and I'm glad to have her. That's the former Minister of Internal Affairs, no, not Internal, Gender, Republic of Liberia, former Superintendent of Grand Bassa County, Madam Julia Duncan Cassell. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. So,
How are
Mr.
you?
Collins. And I'm good. And my sister Koto. Koto made a statement and that what drew my attention.
Hmm.
Normally, I don't call, but as a female activist or female that is involved in politics, I thought I'd bring it to her attention, Koto. Koto, I've been following you on the show. I've been following Mr. So, my Sacramento brother. You know, came from Mr. Collins, and to all the listeners out there, let me say the issue of Liberia is bigger than you, me, and them. You, me, and them. We can say all we want to say. If our people are not educated, if our voters are not trained on how to vote, we continue to make the same mistake over and over and over. Koto, the problem in Liberia, not one man and one woman problem, the all of our problem. Some of us made the sacrifices at an early stage, and we are still in the vanguard to ensure that our country, the Republic of Liberia, President Baka, I worked with him for 12 years. I'm a founding member of United Party. Our part and parcel of making sure that Madam Sally carrying him twice as a vice standard bearer because we're on that committee. JB is like an uncle to me. But it's not about him. Are you talking, Okoto? I can't hear you guys talking.
No, she's.
I'm seeing that to say.
No, she's not. She's not talking.
Ms. Duncan.
She's not talking.
I doesn't see that. That's why. There's no problem. I'm seeing to say the problem in our country is bigger than you, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than them. But the people my husband, don't get cancer. Right now, I'm currently in the States, I'm in the I know. Because what I'm saying to you, that when we get on these platforms, let us make sure that our audience listening can laugh you. Me and you going there. That when I met Collins, I know that well, but I know Mr. So I know Cotto very well. So Mr. Collins, I know you know me, but I can't remember knowing you. But I'm saying to say that the issue of our country and what is happening currently is bigger than all of you. It's bigger than all of us. But together, collectively, we can make a difference. Things are happening. But the messengers that are delivering the message are wrong. The messengers are wrong in delivering the message to our people. The messengers are wrong in delivering the message to our people. A lot is happening. I worked for Madam Sally for 12 years. I left California. And Mr. So know the role that I played during the heat of the war. I was president for the Liberian community in Northern California for 12 years, 2 terms. I left my young family to go to Liberia. So I'm just saying to say that when you have a heart of gold, you can sit in your comfort zone and say it will work. You have to be part and parcel of solving the problem. The problem is us. Until we can make that change, until we can say there are people who work for the UN, they clock in and they clock out. By the time they go to Liberia, they get government job, they change. They change. So people that you expect to know better are the people that do the worst things to us. But I'm saying this to say to you, no one person is responsible. So we're not blame the situation on Liberia on an individual. The situation in Liberia is on all of us. And we should think about the way forward and how we can change or make a difference. And the way we can do it, is our own involvement, big by big, piece by piece.
May I ask Mrs. Donkey before she leave?
No, go ahead. I listen.
Sorry. I know you from the general ministry up to the time you worked with Madam Salif, and I know we all worked together, especially when we had we meet in politics, and how we were united as women to penetrate the walls of the politics then. And for me, my politics is different. I don't know how other people play their politics, but I think when I'm playing the politics, I will be exact to say what exactly is wrong. And I would really like for you to point out what exactly is wrong, because if we sit there and say things, many things are wrong, many things are not right, and not pointing out these wrongs, for me, I think it will be bad, because we all want the best for Liberia. I'm sitting right now in New Jersey. I'm not in Liberia, but I have my whole generation in Liberia. So if I sit there and say I'm in a comfort zone and forget about what is happening in Liberia, it will be bad. That's why you see sometimes we have to take the time to be here, educating our people on what is not going on right and what is going on right, to make things clearer to them. So I would really love if you will point out some of these things, so that we all can be part of the change that we want.
So such Koto.
Yeah, she listening.
Says Koto, 100% agree with you. So what I would do, I would ask Mr. So that to invite me on the show and give me a time to prepare and you can have this discussion. But I do agree with you that in order to make it right, you have to know the wrong. You cannot correct it if you don't know what happened. So I am willing, I'm ready to be a part of the show and so that we can talk about the evils. I learned the hard way.
Sure.
But I'm still there.
You brought the camel back here this evening because what I was doing just now, Mrs. Cassette, Madam Minister, I was just chanting or praying. I said, I have to bring my old man here because the way you said you were involved in getting DMB for the second time here, then we need to know more. You better know things than all of us here, and I'm glad. But thank you. You always listening, and I definitely we got to put that schedule. We got to arrange it in a special way that we will come out with the conversation and trust me, and then that we can have that. I will really be glad for us to have that. Yeah.
I appreciate it, Mr. So. I follow you all the time, and I'm glad that your audience is gender balanced. I'm glad that my sister Koto is there. I'm glad.
Oh yeah, Koto, she's strong. I will give her the credit. We'll give her the credit. All the women in our king,
let me know ahead of time,
right?
And so we can get and call in because these conversations, if you don't tell your story, somebody will tell it for you.
Absolutely.
So I am ready and I'm willing to tell my story.
Okay, absolutely. We would that story there. You know what we're taking from? We're taking from Grand Bazaar to Morovia before we get to Jenna everything will be considered. Oh, okay. I'm all for that.
No, but thank you for the information. Thank you for keeping informing our people. We appreciate the show. That's why we listen to it.
Thank you so much, Madam Minister. Thank you so much.
We listen sometimes, and not every time we contribute, but we listen to you guys.
Oh, thank
and
you
we
so
appreciate
much.
all of you for taking your time to be part and parcel of the Lpr-Tv show.
Oh, I'm so humbled this evening. Wow, what a good Friday. I think all my bad credit wiped out this evening. Thank you so much, Madam Minister. Oh, that would be a fascinating stuff. And we're working on the other big one, but I'm still keeping my finger crossed. But it appears that we are really getting on it. Koto.
Yeah.
You didn't hold back. But the minister said you wanted to know what specifically you were talking. Did you get the answer from her?
Well, it was not specific, but I think it's good that she will come. It is good that the person themselves tell their story. And I know what my Madam Kessa and we all passed, during the early term. I was not in government, but I was outside of government, but we all worked to make what it was then. And I would really like to know her story and what it is because collectively, we all work to make the president today into power, and there are reasons why most of work towards putting him into power.
Right.
And if things goes wrong, we will be held responsible. That's why for me, I go beyond getting some of this information because people will say, I like you were saying that people are mean with information. The information ministry is not doing its work, but I don't want to see that the ministry of information is not doing its work. The thing is, people go to these conferences or these press meetings not focusing on what they go there for. They focus on. Let me say my own. Some people go there just to hear the wrong part of it. All of the information that can be coming up from these various people that speakers, that information they're putting out there. But hey, one negative word is what they concentrate on and forget about the whole message.
So what are negative word? Where does it come from?
Well, I mean, somebody speaking like I'm speaking now, it's obvious that I was saying one wrong thing. And if sometimes that's why you see the Bible today is interpreted differently. Before somebody start, they will start with their introduction or introductory statement, and somebody here just the introductory statement, not focusing on the detail of that story. They will conclude on it, and that's why for messages, you're a journalist.
So no,
Listen, yeah, you
my question is, my
yeah,
question is,
yeah.
don't add a liberal and deflect my question. Do not put a bulletproof jacket, and I'll
Yeah,
because I will put a ammo. So
I am saying,
my
when, mm,
question is, Otto, and maybe you and the Reverend can answer it. There's a reason for press conference, right? When you're having a press briefing, which is a good thing, having these agency minutes, different functionaries of government to come and provide information. My guess, there's a reason of doing that, right?
yes, they want to get information out there.
Yeah, so why in the world someone who is coming to sell his or agenda or the agenda of of the government or policy, the progress being made, why would they say something that they think and they know it fully well? The media loves to cherry pick. The media loves some bizarre thing. Why in the world that person will not be contained to focus in making sure their message is true, is resonated, that nobody goes with apprehension, which is not possible. But why would somebody come and say some sort of ridiculous thing that will overshadow the entire conference? Who created that?
For you, it's ridiculous. It's for you, you will consider it ridiculous. But to the person, that's their way of messaging. But for me, if it was the other day, liberal asked me the same question, I would have presented it differently. But again, there are weird people.
Why you want to do it? Why you want to do it differently? What is the reason you're doing it
Yeah,
differently?
that's how I speak. But people have their way of speaking. For me, that's what. When I hit, I'm not orator. So when I get there, I just want to put my message through. I don't want to make my story long. And I going from how Jesus Christ had resonated in the body, John the hair, and the foot, John the. I'm talking about Jesus Christ is the Savior. And point blank. But some people will start from how the foot was made and John the leg and leg coming they start from the embryo and so forth. We nurses that were, yeah, but for me, I'm talking about if I'm talking about the illness,
That biology class, what the guy needs to what our man from the biology who the Mensa, was that Mensa, or who's it by I'm trying to call it too, but
I think Mesa was in the no
I'm
biology was not Mesa biology. I had this lady dancing. Was it dancing? Is dancing? She was that was a lady. I had as a biology teacher.
so long. So okay, let me go to the Reverend. He is not a spectators. Um, just how the former minister called someone called recently, and I was shocked. That is to say, former government official from Troubadour and all of that. These people sit and listen. And when a call, we had that. He said, "Oh, are you on air?" I said, "Oh no, I'm not." I said, "Well, who's they call their name?" So it tells me people want to speak out. But today's media world, the way it has conducted itself, you must be combative. You must shove things in people's throat because you want to flow with the viewers, demand, or people who are watching. Why you not ask a question? Why you not ask a question? That's where professionalism and tolerance comes into play because there are people that even like you don't even just go to president, you don't ambush before you ask president that Donald Trump and other people you see here. These are pre-arranged questions. They don't just get on and eating while when the man looking at a teleprompter, those stuff. They know who asking question, they know the kind of question to ask. You can't
Yeah,
just get on and ask, You
Not
can't
to
just
talk about when you saw that there was a rule that people should have a certain documentation before going to the presidency. You saw how they targeted the press secretary, and that was just a rule set up. People talking other.
But people don't know. It's in most of these, depending who you talk to, you can. I mean, it has to. There's a framework for that. It has to be drawn out. Your team was set up, but the ordinary people there, they don't know, and so they just think that everybody that comes to you for interview, you should disrupt them, you should cut them off, you should not, because this, and that's one of the reason people are they staying away, because I would not want to be disrespected. The way we're talking to here, when people come here, there's a, do you know, even the interview I had with the foreign people the other day, and that went big in that place. They're like, you really allow us to have our conflict. Does that mean whatever they say I disagree with it? I mean, agree with them? Absolutely not. But when you, there are people, when you invite them, you have to give them the chance to tell their story, and then you will ask the question. So you be yourself. But Terry, let me ask you, and I hope Madam the Minister will agree, we're going to have a really in-depth question. I can't wait to see that happen here. And she says something. I'm not satisfied with my answer, Koto gave, but that her own was I was my own. And that is the messaging part, because these conferences.
Let me conclude, and you mark me up. So, see, so
You're not kind of indict me. Okay, conclude your case.
saying something about how people go for these press conferences, and I focus on one negativity and leaving out the full message that was then, propagated, which is wrong, because what is happening now, people, they in this Facebook war, people look for views and things, they want to get views, because of that they start to behave or give information out there wrongly just to get viewers, because majority of these, like what we're talking right now, that is beneficial to Liberia, you hardly will see viewer, but just start combating, it's using different languages, then you see viewers coming, and they just want to hear this negativity, about this thing. So
So
it's more the negative than the good
my question I'm asking, who is
out there.
who is putting the negativity you're referring to? Who is putting it out there?
Most of the press, the various stations that I listen to.
Is it coming? Is it coming from the facilitator? Is it coming from the facilitator, or they just get it and put it out there? There are two things, because you say
they create their own things. Let me tell you right now, all the information I'm talking about now is on the website of Samuel Nangwe about the rural era. But they are just lazy. They're not going there to seek information. Many of them don't do research.
No, so but yeah, okay. Let me bring in Terry E. There is a point I'm driving here. Having solar panel, getting them into schools, clinics, community is a good thing. But what I'm saying, Terry, is if I'm coming here to do a presentation of a specific development that is being sponsored by government, other agency, it is my responsibility to adequately, professionally make that case, to the extent that the people that will be there said they will not want to raise their finger to ask a question. But these facilitators, they end up being the barawala. They can create the drama, and then the people take it. Because if you get distracted, and the journalists there, some there for different reasons, they will on purpose get under your skin. I'll say something to see whether you meant what you say, whether you can stay course. They will ask something there. As soon as you take it, man, then you just take Zoso Highway when you're supposed to actually be going to Mangibi. Then you drop all the other passenger. Right there, there's a drama created. But Terry, let me just bring you. And that's what we are talking. This is where the messagings of the government is very, very key. Messagings of the government, because you just not only speaking to your citizen, you speaking to a broader sectors or from the government, because you never know. As you articulate that, they will say, okay, these people here, there's a need that they get it, and somebody can do you. But when you go there, you can't go shake table, then a problem. Terry, let's hear you.
So, Mr. So, is it twofold? Or let's look at the work that as a case study. And thanks for the woman who was the former minister that was here, and we pray and hope that she comes back to give her story. The only thing I am I'll be excited to want to hear her story, and also I will be excited to want to hear our former president's stories of things that they need to talk about because they are on their way out of the door. There are certain things that they want to say. We need to listen to them because they have to give us this information for posterity, not because of for them. So, like you said, I agree with you, Mr. So that the necessary platforms need to be created for them to give the story because they will not go to just any ordinary platform. These are legacy people, and at the age and at the time that they have the experience in government for the several years they have worked. Like I listened to her saying something very important. She said, many of us don't know what it means. And that is true because you were never in the system. You don't know the intricacies in the system. And we just sit and talk politics all day and shout like to say we know what's really going on. I also listened to JMB who said the same thing in recent time. Like he getting to understand that what he was saying before he got into power is different from what he's dealing with while in power. So he said most of the people who talk, they don't know what they're talking. So power is a whole different thing than when you just outside of power and just talking rubbish because you want to come to power. So there are two different. So this is why we need to hear from the horse's mouth. They need to be prepared to take the hard questions, and they need to allow the audience to get the best out of them for posterity, both their failures and their success. And they also need to write books about what they know and how and the mistakes that were made and what they could have done better so that posterity can run with it, and choose the recommendations over their failures. But we have to create the platform for these people to give us the information, and we cannot be robust to them. We cannot be antagonistic. We have to sit back and allow them to speak. And that is how we're going to learn, because like I always say to my people is that failure in leadership is success for the future because failure explain a lot of unexplained stories that could have unexplained principles that could have been used. But what I wanted to say or to this whole entire thing, we live in a society that have gone through war. So most of our people traumatically from the traumatic effect, they can easily gravitate to aggression rather than, sound speaking and somebody trying to give the truth or somebody trying to give success, somebody trying to explain success story to a person who is going through a traumatic experience is hard for them because they are not accustomed to success story. So you will look at somebody doing propaganda, you will see when you're watching them, you will see 5,000 people watching them knowing that they're lying to them, but they're just sitting there enjoying it. But when you're talking good thing, they don't care about listening to that good thing. So if the government allow that negative energy and that negative propaganda to fester, it will grow nests and it will create an avenue in a society that will change the narrative and the perception of the people. And it will affect the government in the future. So that is why the government will now, because like right now the government is trying to set herself into many things. The government is still in the embryo stage, trying to address major issues.
What in the what stage? 2 years? Why would you say that, Terry? Come
Mr.
on.
So, the government is still in her embryo stage.
When would that stage be right?
The pregnancy of a woman is not just automatic. There are different levels and stages.
To the
Mrs.
government,
Otto can
to the
explain to
government,
that.
to the government get three better old woman, right? Three better while pregnancy. Come on, Terry,
The
man. Come
government just
on.
going to the
Not yet.
Yeah, the government just got you get 6 years. The government just gone 1 year, 10 months.
What is
So
the
will you
ideal?
not get a chance?
What is the ideal time for you?
The ideal time?
Yeah,
The
what is the
ideal
ideal time
time,
for you? Yeah,
the ideal time is I will wait to see the prospects of the government taking shift by end of next year. Because
by
that will
26,
be
2026 ending.
yeah, 20 because that will be 50% of the leadership. So by next year, this time, I will expect to see some great gains from all of what the rescue vision or the rescue mission are projected to us in regards to the arrest agenda. So I want to see 50% progress.
Then
But
you will determine the maturity of the government. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I would then draw a dichotomy to prepare myself against where we are going,
Christ.
what we expect to see. For now, I can assure you that the government have done a lot that I really did not
Oh, no,
expect
they
them to
didn't
have
plan
achieved over the time.
Okay.
Hmm? But the only area I have problem is the aspect of the information ministry when you talk about how the information ministry, and I agree with you partly, but where I also on the flip side got to observe is the kind of society that we're living in. You can have men that Stanton Waterspoon get on his show and get lie heavily and carry all that spoil food and give it to the people and they be running with it. Then the government say that and watch it.
Stanton put you to the finishing line, so I don't think they are surprised or what. I saw, and I think they're gonna get nasty and it will get ugly. I saw Josh Lobo intend to reach out because I think the attack doors they are completely out of the they are being some barricaded and they are out now. So we know how it's saying, oh, and I must say, still not giving what money. You're talking so earlier. Everybody their own thing. We got to know more before the attacker. But let's entertain our people here. You know, just how we talk our own Tabata. There are some political comedians, blackers or whatever, doing their own thing too, talking their own politics. Are they saying is it true or what are they saying? So I saw this video. I know some of you guys have seen it, but let's see what they advise and whether it is partisan or not. You can take it. Well, listen to this.
To all people mean that all brain.
Let me see. Okay, let me see it. Let me see it. Let's see it. Okay.
You mean say the thing we've been talking, or the thing we can be talking in Liberia, everybody they sing. Everybody they sing. When you put John Brown in power, because Peter Brown won't go there, so Peter Brown will say all kinds of negative things about John Brown. When Peter Brown get in power, you'll be doing the worst thing. The thing you talked again yesterday, President Bwaka is very wicked. Anything you want to do, me do it. Because in this country, we hate the truth. We hate the truth. President Bwaka, you said a lot of good things. When you were asking us for power. But see what's happening now. So that bad thing we did to make you president? Papa? President Bwaka?
Oh God.
That bad thing we did by making you president? In my community, people want to me to say, don't give Joseph Bwaka power. Because why? Joseph Bwaka is old and Liberia old. Liberia old. Joseph Bwaka old. So when two old people meet, that old brain, all the idea will be old. So old idea. No new idea. No young idea.
Oh God.
So Liberia already old. Let's get Liberia to young boy or young lady. We shouldn't get old Liberia to old Bwaka. It's not good to take all Liberia and get it all Liberia to old Bwaka. When you take all Liberia and get it old Bwaka already old. Then la bureau already owe. So you take all la bureau, you get all la bureau to owe Boaka.
Now, you know, it's interesting to see what is like. I mean, you guys are giving.
You talk that. That is not educated at all.
Listen, I'm not saying what I don't know.
Oh, what did bad the person have done? Say it. But he didn't say anything. He just said old person and give it to young man. Or give it to young man. What sense? Because I mean it makes sense to me. It's not educated.
This is why we are. This is why we are having this conversation. For you, it doesn't make sense. I don't know what language. I don't know when I say language, what specific tone. People get a different way of saying things.
He didn't say. That's one point. He didn't say what was the wrong thing. That's the point I'm having. If just a bad guy is old and did an old thing, let it be specific. That this wrong thing bad guy did, but the message is there vague.
Okay.
It's a big message. You did you get any message? Rather than say it's old, you give it to old country and build what is message?
And I said he said it.
But Mr. So
that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
So the before the old man came, there a young boy another. The young boy, he said, because we'll get a country to old man or old, the country already old. So you give it to old person, it was 4. So and one young boy was there before the old man came. What happened during the young bosses here? So it's the contradiction, that's sedition. They acting that you say the people keen to him. Who the people come to you? Who the people that keen to you? And that's why I told you about the negative news that the people gravitate to more. And the reason they gravitate to it more is because it feeds the trauma. It's not about, and that is why if you're a government and you don't respond to this kind of thing and you let it pass, it will fester.
So listen, are you saying
that is why the government got to respond?
Ministry of Information to respond to this?
No, not this one now. Not this one now. But some other negative news that just come from people that follow these things and speak from their perspective, their ideas. Like for example, when the statement come like nothing has changed, then you expect for Lpr-Tv, the information minister, to allow that news to fester from a former political or standard bearer of a political party. The information minister will just sit down and just look at it and just say, okay, yeah, that's true, nothing changed. I will give that one to Blackhawk. No, that one, a Blackhawk cannot deal with that one. The information minister or the deputy minister of information will respond. Those are the kind of things they're supposed to respond to. I'm not talking about it. But what I'm saying, these are the kind of news that many other people gravitate to because negative news in our society make the headline. You wake up in the morning, you don't get negative information, you're not going to get follower. So that is why the government respond in kind. If you wake up in the morning and say nothing has changed, do you know just today that what 642 was saying? I saw Greenville for the first time in I don't know how long. Greenville was electrified. I saw electricity in Greenville.
Okay, let me hold you.
Nothing has changed.
Let me hold you there. In your words, you say you saw what? Greenville, what? Electrified, right?
Yeah, in Georgia.
Yeah. Is it a wonderful news or bad news?
It's a good news.
Okay, it's a good news. Who do you expect to expand that news to reach to the rest of the people?
The information ministry.
That's what we're saying. So that house, the purpose of that house is to enhance government's message, not what should I say? To enhance government message to all, whether they agree with government or not. It's obvious that you're always going to have this sort of sad talking and this one doing that and all of that. But what time does government have to every little chicken in the corner say something or maybe call the president and then you go take a stage? No, but I do agree when the message come to major stakeholders, because we always try to sort of cut make slashes of government policy. The government too will do the same thing today. That's a different thing. But when you see every little kick it
No,
on
no.
somewhere and say something, then you see the minister of information or you see the deputy minister.
I disagree with you. It's not every little thing. These people that they respond to are big heads. If you saw Queen speaking and the information react, they are at the same level. Not like person like this that you just go on.
I
Yes,
said,
That what
I
he's
said,
saying, Mr. That what he's
I
saying,
said,
Pato.
come on. You the sound of Johnson when the host press conference, sometimes they just talk. They are talking, they don't they
so
just
if you don't listen to it, I mean, unless I listen to them, people come out
because you
and
one of them, so anything that comes from out of them too, you validate it. That's a
listen
problem.
the fruit of it. I'm listening. I'm getting the truth. I want to pick up what is important. I pick it up. I'm not looking at a negative aspect. I'm not looking at what people think as wrong. I'm looking at the good part, and the good ones supersede the bad ones. That's my satisfaction. I'm not saying it's 100%, but the good one supersedes the bad ones.
I I am not for me. I don't listen to what is there good or bad. I don't see anything. I listen to the message and pick up. I listen to the message, and I think I just grab what I think that is useful. If there's any other thing, we can build on that.
Exactly, and that's what I do. So I take the good ones. So when I do comparison, the good ones overweigh the bad ones.
So okay, let's say there's a one bad. What do you do with that? You just
It's bad
you
like
talk
that. It's
about it. Do you find solution to that bad, or you just forget about it?
Yes, it's not 100%. I'm telling you that it's not 100%. But I look at the one that overweight. So if the good one overweight the bad one, it's a success.
Mr. So,
That's a comparison. I'm making
Mr. So,
comparison.
Hmm.
people don't make news from good news. People make news from bad news. So, and you know that because I believe you have been in this thing for years. The headline, like today, when they talk about a woman gave birth to pig, everybody all in the country confused. The news distracted the whole country. Everybody running. In that kind of situation, what kind of good news you will tell somebody they will listen to? So during that period of time, anything good you say, that news will be buried. You remember the time the president came to the G8, the first year of President Boca, when you were at the G8, there was something else happening in the country that distracted the whole entire message of the president. So all of what the president said at the G8 was nobody got time for it. We didn't even discuss it because there was a whole distraction. They started talking about Amin Modaka. Amin Modaka took over the whole media. All the Google thing the president taught over there, nobody got the information about what was going on. In that period of time, that is when the information ministry takes over. The question that when I say the information ministry, the propaganda, that people say, oh, yeah,
No, don't
I,
say that. That's
I come
not.
in now. No, I come in now. Diplomatically, when you go to school, you don't learn how to, to create, some other thing to be flexible. What you learn in the classroom is not what you're going to do in the office. There's a disparity between what you learn in school and what you're going to do in the office. It's not the same. That is why when you put in your CV, your resume, they will ask you, what is your experience on the job? Because on the job, there are some intricacies that you're going to do that is far different from what you learn in the school, what the teacher told you. So the information ministry is not built for the responsibility of managing propaganda. But obviously, once you get in that office now, given the situation that you come into face with in the country and the media and the polarized political system and structure, you have to begin to put mechanism into place to deal with propaganda. Otherwise, you
So
will fail
yeah,
as a
what I'm
minister, as a minister of information.
yeah, what I'm saying. Responsible government. They have uh they have their surrogates. They have their surrogates who are there. And what the government keep focus. They will be their people to do their punching. but you will not have, you can't go into a fight. That's not what you're supposed to do. Who here another Prince every year? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
Mr. So,
Hello?
you got me get credit to Prince Sharia. Prince Sharia came here and still lies here. And people started listening to that lie. That's some of the thing. And that's why we get to that and diffuse a lie. He came in and lied, and he have never come to rebuke or to diffuse that lie he made here. That
or to
people,
apologize.
yes, or to apologize. That
So
people wanted to assassinate President William.
so yeah,
And
why it is.
then when I said, when I correct security, what is it? Mr. Toll wanted to get mad with me. Who is he? That exactly is what happening today. He's
So
still lying.
But
why it
Rescue
is.
One say you were coming. Why, Mr. So? Did you blacking?
Who?
Rescue One. He said you were coming. He said you
Who
were
the
coming
rescue
on
one?
tonight.
Who?
Labor.
You know
The
when
butcher.
I'm here, the labor is here. So you told me you are not gonna come here. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go to print. But yeah, why it is.
I talk about talking all the good today. Mr. Paul want to distract all the good I want to say to send the negative information. He blocked all of that today.
That
Yeah? That's what you doing,
is
Mr.
the examiner.
You have to just try not for me to talk about the good thing I wanted to say here today.
So you want to tell me all the 2 hours here, you never you don't tell no good, all the things talking that I'm good.
Now go are talking about the other good news I wanted to give. You don't even giving me chance to talk about it. You bring it about the negative information ministry, the negative part of it. But all the good one is what we want to talk.
What is the good one?
The good one I wanted to talk today is the electrification of the rural area.
While we were talking, listen, and let me go before I go to
Hey,
the call.
now you coming down to the
No,
story.
listen, let me remind you.
No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Okay, we get let me get Prince 1 minute, then you will talk about your good. No, you will talk about it. Let me have the caller. I'm not sure whether that Prince.
Lies here. That's what you're coming to listen to. Yeah. Come on.
You see, that's what makes all different. When people come and you strongly
But
believe whatever is,
you don't want me to tell a good thing. You're looking for somebody who coming to speak negative information. That's the point.
no, listen.
Okay, go ahead. Bring your
So what you want to do?
praise. There you come. There you come.
You don't do that. When you see people that disagree with you, who's in their own world, you listen to them. And after they speak, you are analyst here, you will have enough time to counteract his point. But when you cut people off and you, because of their political attachment, that is more dangerous. Then he or she can even carry the news. And you see, they don't want me to talk because there's something that I want to say which is true. So hold your peace. Don't let your pressure go up today, Friday. TGIF. Hello, caller, are you there?
Mr. Still.
How are you, Mr. Phil?
Okay. Is that Prince?
Yeah, this is Prince Sheriff, sir.
You joining Unity Party tonight?
No, we cannot join the Unity Party for several reasons. The Unity Party has an agenda to destroy the very fabric of our nation, to destroy our democracy, to tear the nation apart, to divide us as the people, and to steal the resources of the people. Of recent, you can see what happened. The Unity Party unleashed terror on the people in Kinjal, thereby carrying on a serious massacre. The Unity Party
What?
they went as far as using Liberia as a sword to commit an international crime. That is the crime of torture. You are aware of that. You discuss it right on this platform, where Liberians who are supposed to be protected by this government, they were tortured, and that was proven by the doctors, medical practitioners, they proved that indeed these people were tortured, something which is against the international law, which Liberia is a signatory to. So for a Prince Sheriff to, go the way of the Unity Party, that is a contradiction. It's just that how heaven is far from the earth, and yeah, how, I and the Unity Party look like. But that is not the issue. But here's the issue. As I listen to, the discussion, I listened to my brother, and I'm really frustrated. My brother Ty, I listened to him where he talked about government, transitioning into, propaganda. It is unfortunate that my brother, Mr. Collins, a well-respected Liberian, and my own, mother, big sister, Sis Poto, they will sit on this platform and begin to crucify government for using taxpayer money to insult people who disagree with the government. You see, Mr. So, when you transition into government, you become a different individual and you have to behave in a way that is completely different. When you look at the definition of propaganda, you know that I know. It tells you that propaganda basically just has to do with misleading information. It has to do with not like real facts. It's just a kind of political, point you want to make across there without any kind of factual basis, or that is not based on any kind of, authentic information. Always a propaganda is. And it is unfortunate, Mr. School, what we are seeing in Liberia, that the Unity Party government has transitioned into, the propaganda move instead of governing. Right now, what the Unity Party should be doing is to be governing and not to be in a propaganda move. Now, it is the right of every individual to be able to critique that government. That's why we are citizens of the country. That's why we are paying taxes for. So that at the end of the day, we can be able to ask the government a hard question: what are you doing with those taxes that we are giving you? How are you using those taxes to improve our life, to build our roads, to build our schools, etc., etc.? But it is unfortunate that, Mr. So, when people ask these critical questions, you will find members of the Unity Party, stalwarts of the Unity Party, in behind you to the extent that they are using a secret platform. Can you imagine, Mr. So? The Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism that is charged with the responsibility of disseminating government information to the extent that they will turn into a propaganda machinery, Mr. So? This is a crime. Mr. So, right now, I expect you now to begin,
Mr. So, don't let him go. I want a question for him.
In a lax manner, acting is not fair to the audience. Acting is not fair. You are one of the future that we have in the diaspora. For you to sit down and see the Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism being used by these boys to insult people in their view. Look at on the platform, for example. We come on this platform, not everybody will agree with me. Yeah, definitely. I will not agree with anybody or with everybody here. But you have created a platform where even in our disagreement, we can still respect each other. There has not been a day that you come here, even though you may disagree with the Unity Party government, or you disagree with maybe the previous government of President Weah, but there has not been a time where you have used this particular platform to insult anybody. You have disagreed in the strongest term, but you have not insulted anybody yet. And you always caution people that will come here, we should not insult each other. We can disagree. But to see a place, imagine that we paying taxpayer, we paying you for all the things you do. We are not paying you. But yet you are able to hold this platform with the highest standard and bringing people here who will disagree in the strongest term but not insult. Then for the place that we paying taxpayer money, the place that we get to disseminate information, that people will sit down there and be using invectives and attacking political leader, Mr. So, where are we going? Where is the value of that institution, Mr. So?
Right. Somebody is about
something that people are tiring. That my own big sister Kotu. Is that not something that we should be able to call this government? It doesn't mean that when you are a government supporter, you must agree with everything you. And that means that when you're government supporter, anything where the government say, you must say yes, sir. Hey, my people.
So one thing you disagree with George Weah.
You have never disagree with George Weah.
So one thing.
Okay, let me ask you here. And thank you. And that's what I said. We have to create a conversation thereby, that mutual respect will be there. And sometimes people do things on purpose and to see our political tolerance. So have you had any disagreement with your former administration? I mean, just 30-second put cap on it right away. Was there anything that you remember that you disagree with from? And we are CDC, your strong seditions, I would say we are shins and whatever it is. But was it at any point in time you remember in the last 6 years you had a disagreement with him and
definitely,
voice it out?
Not one.
I have disagreement and we're able to voice it out. Yes.
What was that specifically? Remind me.
Basically, the way and manner in which we responded when this misinformation was then spewed out by the opposition. I think our response time, was too timely.
Is that a disagreement?
Wait, huh? Wait, are you making me to? Yeah, go ahead. 30 seconds.
Yeah, so we did not, in my own mind, I think we did not respond in a timely manner. All of this negative information that was being spewed out, we allow many of them to slip back.
Okay,
Just for example, because somebody said, President, we have taken $16 million, you put it in continue, you put it on here, you carry it to your heart.
Okay, no, well, what I'm asking, Prince,
we have paid 3 career, you put it in the bed, you are walking on Brusky with it, from Brusky to France to America.
Prince.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what I'm talking about policy-wise. It was anything that you disagree with policy-wise from former President Weah as a member, regardless. And this is why I say, if we can just put aside this partisan and look at the face of Liberia, the future of Liberia, because these politicians, they will come and go. The institution will survive, and that's the credibility. I'm just asking you, policy-wise, was there any specific policy that you think you as a Sedition, first and foremost, before being a Sedition, you are a Liberian, correct?
Exactly. So definitely.
Yeah. So was there anything that on top of your head, I wish my president, in as much as I love him, I wish he have not taken this sort of policy that perhaps caused all the election or that distracted his government from doing anything? Is there anything on top of your head?
You see, so let me be frank and be sincere to you here on this platform. The CDC, as a political institution who are in government, we have very great policy, very, very great policy, very excellent policy.
That's not my question,
but
Prince.
Today, no, I will come to the answer. I know you are asking whether I disagree, whether there's a policy or whatever. I just want to clear this. It's just a push. I can't just go and just take the sunny and just give it to you. So I want to clear it. So what I'm saying is that we have a great policy, as an institution, as a government, we have a great policy that today, even the Unity Party is even buying into those policies and into our play. Like, for example, look at the diaspora conference that they had here. Do you know that from the playbook of the CDC? Do you know that? No, I'm coming. I will answer that question.
Your time going on. So if I call you, don't say I call you off because I gave you a time. Again, let me ask you: was there any specific policy on President Weah? In as much you are that seditions, which is okay, but is there any policy that you disagree with? And let's be honest, there should be like a memoir now. He's not in power, so but you're speaking out, and who knows? Was there anything that you disagree with? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. I disagree with Sonny. I'll give you an example. You see, when His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah introduced the tuition free at the University of Liberia, remember that. Since the formation of Liberia, we have never had a system where education was made free to the people, especially, higher education. His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was able to ensure that the students of the University of Liberia or Liberians were able to benefit tuition free, to every state-owned institution. Now, what I believe is that particular, portion or that particular proclamation that was made, or that particular policy statement that was made, I am one person that at the time what I wanted to see was that should be enshrined into our law. It should be a law. You understand? It should not just be a mere policy where
meaning you want
and some government will change.
Meaning you want it to be like a legislation, correct?
Thank you very much. Like a legislation that would be passed, like a legislation. But granted that indeed it didn't happen. Now the Unity Party took over. These are people who have said that education. There's always post of education. Now, what is happening then? We have gone 2 years for them to be able to pass this, for them to be able to legislate it. Within it, we can legislate it. We'll for one.
Okay.
And people were saying no. And people were yesterday they say, "Oh, we are not doing nothing. Oh, we are starting 10. In fact, it's starting K2, K1.
Thank you so much.
Make sure that you get education. You can't. Why you can pass law? Why you can be put into the law book? For what reason?
Okay. Thank you so much. We are already out. Let me just go to my guys. Thank you so much.
No,
you conclude. No, you conclude now. tomorrow you
I didn't agree with.
No, tomorrow you conclude the case.
Okay, I beg you, just 5 seconds. 5 seconds, yeah. Just 5 seconds. So what we want to see here is that, Mr. Saul, when it comes to the issue of the rights, protecting the political rights of people, we saw what President Weah did. President Weah was able to ensure that the law protects every Liberian, just because of your political affiliation or you disagree with government, that you are protected. But today we are not seeing it. Okay. There are people who have been unalive. Look at the attempts.
Thank you so much, Prince. I gotta go. It's 11. I think I gave you enough of time here, so let's have it another time. Let me go to the analysts. We are about to wrap up. I'm not sure what Moses is coming to wrap up with, but he on your own. Okay. You know, this is everywhere, and the only way you can pour a heart to these things, you give them the chance. Let them put it out. And then you take note, you call them out for things that they say. But when you cut them off, it's more dangerous because the CDC, the Unity Party, they have a party of their own. These people, they are that high, whatever people. It's like a court. You know, it's like when people sign a covenant, you can't break that because it's just how the Moja boys, and when you break away from the Moja, they don't prosecute you, they persecute you. They will go after you. That's how I look at it. So there's no way Prince will be Prince. So, but what we can do, we bring them on and allow them to get to know their inner part. But let's have a conversation. Oh, rescue 2 call. So let me just make it fair now. Then I'll come to you. Rescue 2, the Liberty where?
Hey, see you.
Yeah. He coming spot the whole. He coming
first chocolate. Give it a praise.
The rescue picking it coming to
give it a praise. Bow.
My he said hey to Esther as well. My own spinning at the play. Yeah,
show tonight. You know our brothers from the Sakoma tree, the former Sakoma tree. He got
I listen to you, former Sakomo tree.
Yeah, when you have nothing to live for, you have nothing to die for. I shared a video with Mr. To and Jerry last night. Mr. To, Mr. So, we Nigeria destroyed our country. There's an estate around Marshall area, they call it Malidian estate.
Yeah.
76 Liberian at least that work in America here. Purchased that estate through the government. They had a national housing. I talked to the brother Ghanaian that was heading our project. I listened to the older man. I will share that video with you. The old man said hey, they were selling each of the home for $56,000. And these people pay their money. Only say pay $150,000 United States. And the 76 person from America here that bought the building today, I can say only among the 76, only 3% are home there. They do these people. And the people destroy the country. So if you come here talking about the campaign they're coming to run out will be the free tuition. So the child start from elementary all the way to high school. You got the $600 for that child. So they kind of glory they want to claim here. Today, I said to Mr. Tosho last night, and the coffee come from under the water and say, crocodile eyeballs. When you say that, Tanti, the former president friend, Tanti and see, these people destroy people. They what they call CDC, what they call for the dollar Larry Jack. And then when they destroy that woman home, they destroy her car. So that they can allow them. Today we can't go out in Liberia. There are no more Sabu Union on the street. People can walk freedom. We know that thing are. And the government are just being power 1 year, 8 months. You compare with people who looted our country for 6 years. I hope that you got them will repeat one of these days to know the truth for themselves.
Okay.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you so much. We gotta go now. It's 10:05. Okay, guys, conclude it, and then we will be wrapping up for the rest of the evening. Who wants to go first? Terry, you are muted though. Check your mic.
Yeah, I can go, Mr. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to dispel his theory when it comes to propaganda, what propaganda is. This is from the from the dictionary. It says the spreading of ideas, information, or rumor for the purpose of helping or injuring an institution, a cause, or a person. Third definition: idea, facts, or allegations spread deliberately to foster one's cause or to damage an opposing cause. That is propaganda. So propaganda is not necessarily lies. It's not necessarily social lies. No. That is why you cannot be put in prison because, propaganda and thing, unless maybe you're involved with defaming somebody's character or saying stuff that does not correlate. But propaganda is based on facts or allegations, spread deliberately to foster one cause or to damage an opposing cause. So if somebody is saying something negative against the government and the government responds to destroy that, to damage that opposing, idea, they are fostering the agenda of the government. They are destroying an opposing cause that could destroy the government. You cannot say that the information ministry is not supposed to manage propaganda. So when we say, okay, the information ministry is the propaganda arm of, it's also the propaganda arm of the government, you say, oh no, they're not true, they're not true. No. In politics, propaganda is a major tool. Any institution in government that do not manage propaganda very well, that institution is going to fall. Just a few days in the House of Representatives, what happened there? That was propaganda that removed the speaker. In your own house, why do people go for divorce? That propaganda. Why do pastors have problem in the church? Any church where in the pastor or the spiritual leader, who is the leader who cannot manage the propaganda in the church, that whole church will crumble. So propaganda is a tool that could be used to destroy it, or it could be used to manage and help an institution survive or thrive. Thank you very much for the show, Mr. Su.
Okay, let's keep it to the point. Thank you so much, Koto. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Prince whether he apologized to the Liberian people for lying to them that indeed the people wanted to assassinate President Weah. And, and he was one of those who was vocal that night, all over social media, how they wanted to assassinate George Weah. But I really, my focus today was really to tell the people how well, the rural electrification process is going on, and to the level that it's speeding, in various counties. But unfortunately, Mr. So wouldn't, because he had his agenda that he did not want the good news to be given to the people tonight. He tried to distract you people. But I just want to give you, before I close, my closing would be in his very grand Judea. They have the Zogentan clinic that is solar rice. They have the Ziatan clinic that is solar rice. And they got the Genzon clinic that is solar rice. And we have Puru Jauzi, Puru Yauzi clinic.
Puru Jaldi, yeah.
Yeah, Puru Jauzi. And Gadio Taco Ken clinic. Those are places, 5 of those clinics are now solarized. And they are anticipating on more in the rural clinics. And with River G, we also have 3 solarized. We have the Bravo Clinic, we have the Pronoco Clinic, And we have the Yukon Clinic in River G. Those clinics are polarized. So we also go to Bapolu. Bapolu have 5. And that includes the Babuta, the Bava, the Bayama. We have the Yangayan. We have Yangayan. And also Tapaima. We have the 5 clinics are lighted, soda rice. And I can go on. We have Motorado. We have 5. I will just go on because of the time, because Mr. So didn't want me to go through this process today. Motorado have 5. Nima Country, we have 6. In Grand Bassa, we have 4. And besides the rural area, the electrifying Bikina. So that system has already been taken there. The poles, they have the pillows that have already been taken there. But these are just the rural area. The clinics are out of Bikina. So we have bone. We have 3. And one, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I see 9 here for bone. And for bombing, we have 6. For Nima, we have 5. 5, sorry, let me get it right. We have 5. That is, oh my God, I get it pretty nice. Clinics, we have 5 clinics. And in Nima, we have 6. In Lofa, we have 6. In Grand Cape Mount, we have 6. Sano County, we have 4. And River G, we have, those are schools. Actually, to be frank, not to give you guys the wrong information. The 2 in Riverside are schools. The Grand Crew are 3 schools. Sano County are 4 schools. Grand River G, no, Grand Cape Mount County like 6 schools. So those are just some information. The details are here and so long that I cannot go through just to give few of what have been done with the solarization of the clinics and schools in the rural area. And I really want to appreciate them because sometimes when we don't give the information to our people, they are not aware of what is going on. And I hear people saying nothing is being done. I also saw even our sister Esther saying, what are some of the things that are done? And I guess she's not aware of some of these things. And if they are not aware, they will only conclude that nothing is being done, like their master said that nothing is done. So I just thought I should give few of these, and that would be my closing.
So I give you the time, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
So is Esther right? If nobody say anything, nobody talks about it and say nothing is being done, is she right or wrong for that?
No, that's why I'm saying that we have to be given this information.
And that's
Instead of talking, the tabata, what the seditions come away. For me, I don't have time for that. I don't have patience for that. Let our people do what is going on. And I
that's what
think I, as of now, I will be focusing on what is going on. And these things are on the websites of these people. It's just going there
how
to
many
talk.
people how many people can go there?
Yeah, yeah, and you go take a one comedian thing to come out today. What the man said.
That's
That's a comedian.
comedians. Comedian is part of the industry. So this
Comedian.
is the point. This is my point. What I want you to take away here. This
The
is
man,
my
it ain't give any
what you doing. That let's forget what I want. What you doing? That is the work of ERBC and the Ministry of Information. Maybe message from Auburn to Liberia. When they have their correspondent, ERBC is supposed to
So are
have.
you saying she was supposed to pay for what she did just now?
I will bill her. We gotta eat the rescue money. You're that you alone will eat it. Oh, I read to say I read to load it network to ability. Everybody and they've been calling me too. They're coming here. Everybody will go. But on a serious note, right? That's good. That's what I'm saying. That is the work of the Ministry of Information / the Liberian Broadcasting Corporation. That is why you have Deputy Director for Urban Affairs. He or she, your guy, floats, supposed to coordinate with all of the local community radio station, and then they find people as a correspondent, like on a Saturday or whatever day you have maybe for Inter Liberia or whatever it is. Those people reporting because why they want one reporting from Plibo, one reporting from Zuedu, the other one reporting from this state and breaking it live. When they talk about it, then the government official must expand on it and explore it. But when they go and sit on class reloaded, I will say again, the same class reloaded, which was used as a tools as well to wage their campaign, and any campaign, anybody does that, there's nothing wrong with it. But when the campaign is over now, then you take the governing stage to do it. Because when you go on class reloaded, I don't care how good you talk, people will not listen, they will not take that serious. I mean, I just being honest, they will not take that serious because they will begin to have a sort of flashback as because how it was used in the past. So then you make it like how a government official go say that they're supposed to go on ELBC. They're supposed to have a program on ELBC. It's the State Broadcasting Corporation. But anyway,
they have programs.
So,
You're not listening to them. That's all.
Mr. So, all
Information,
the
yeah.
ministers have been on those programs. The problem here is this: when the men come to social media, people can comment and the men can respond directly with the people. And that is working because social media is the new normal, whether you like it or not. Before, that was precise because
so
before you never had social
ELBC
media.
are you saying ELBC doesn't have a social media
They
Facebook handle?
do, but the Facebook, they do, but you will have the journalists interviewing the minister. But on there, on how you call it, on Class Reloaded, they open the lines, and also the ministers can read comments.
One for protocol Tabata. Why they can't
No,
they
they
now
no,
reload they can't open. You see, Terry,
they
your
allow people to communicate from the messenger. I mean, from the text. They read text.
And
Is
they
a direct one-on-one with the minister
why I'm
directly.
saying why is it not done on the handle?
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, because the journalist there is the obstacle. The journalist interview the minister from across the table. You see, but take for example, if this thing was not working
So yeah,
effectively,
yeah, it's the reason.
show me one
No, yeah,
protest
no,
that
I
the
would say yeah,
opposition have raised that have been
yeah, it's the
successful.
reason. One of the person that is so condescending and so bad and nothing has been done. I don't know where he need the other Gibson. Where he need? Is that Noah Gibson?
Noah Gazing. Oh yeah, Noah Gazing. Yeah, the one for NTA. I know
Yeah,
NTA.
LTA or Transit Authority.
Yeah, transport authority. Yeah.
Have you listened to him when he on the
Yeah,
state?
sometimes he can be very sarcastic. I know, I understand what you mean. Sometimes he can be sarcastic. But that one I
That's
did not even
because
expect for. But anyway, I don't want to go there. But
my hating. So Koto are gonna send the bill. I mean Terry say that we
then I
did.
mean,
I say you're getting something in 18 years. You need to conquer, but we're talking about behind the scene.
that is the next one to my life. People, 1 cent. Nobody gave me a cent. Yeah, I'm getting it, enjoying it.
but you see how says Scotto looking, she just from Vonjama.
If I get it,
You see how her hair, everything, she just from Vonjama,
Wait, what is
You
it? If
see
you
how
get
she looking
it,
fresh?
when you get it, we enjoy it.
you and your man, what do you call it? Kept your job on me, man. Yeah.
No, I mean you looking fresh. The old man looking like he been giving you something.
Can't call me the other day. I lie down with my husband. You can't call me. I said, wait, you respect me. You know I lay down with my husband.
He
Yo,
call you?
I get ready to go to court.
What's with me? For my
I
kids.
think Keto, you're looking like you want your husband to flock him. That's why you.
But Kenta is a reaction. So Kenta, when you can't spoil from the party side, let's spoil from the. All right, good man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good episode.
Terry, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
He never escaped tonight, so he's saying your wish is okay. Okay, then bye. Okay, folks, that does it this evening. Thank you so much for your time. your comments, your interactions, your tweet. Louise Johnson, thank you. Jahin and John, what's up, my man? McCarthy Johnson, good to have you. Reggie, thank you so much. Roosevelt Kruma. Yeah, that's, you see, all of them, they are abortions. The Liberal has managed to have recruited all of them, and the things they are going to go away from them. We will hold them accountable for what they say and for what they talk. Guys, thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.